Don't you scroll off of me. No, I'm just playing with you. Hello and welcome to Overtron Chatter. I'm coming to you today with what's in the news. What's new in the news? Um, Anything I said came from the news, so it's alleged or not alleged, but it's the news from NBC News last April the 13th. Yeah, that's it. Well, anyway, this dude, the Tashira, that 21-year-old dude that was taking classified information from his job and putting that shit online. Ooh, I cussed. Putting it, I just cussed. I'm a cusser. He put it on. He was putting it online. Apparently, the SWAT team and the federal agents and all this surrounded this little boy house. But he is a little boy. He's like 21. He said he looked like he's 12 in this photo. But he got a top secret clearance at the in the National Guard. I think he had worked at the Pentagon. So I guess to make himself feel important, he in like a social chat group or something at online on social media. It's like a special little group. I mean, he 21. He's sitting around passing around classified information, so you can kind of already know what kind of group he fucking with. So anyway, he started making copies of shit at work and taking it home and uploading the documents and sending them online. And then he was somewhere, and one of the things that he sent to his group popped up somewhere else. So the young man, the gentleman, the National Guardsman got afraid. So he took his ass to work. And when he went to work, that's the way that he know how to check the computer to see if somebody know what the fuck he was doing. And exactly that, when he checked in to see, it said leak. So he knew that they was going to be coming for him soon. So I think he was on the back porch or somewhere, arrested him. They had too many cops with this little person. So anyway, only reason why he was doing that shit was for clout. No money or nothing, just clout. Just selling secrets and shit to be popular, to be the boss in the group. Ridiculous. Everybody was surprised by his behavior. What was really surprising to me is when they were reporting the news, they went back in time and history and said all the espionage that people had been doing and selling shit like to Russia and stuff like that. And the stuff that this boy was sending, this National Guardsman, I think had a lot of shit to do with Ukraine, the war that's going on now. So anyway, I think he's still in jail. So now the big deal is this shit about clearances, giving people top secret clearance. You know, they said like 1 point something million people, like 100, I don't know, between contractors and military people and the federal government, a lot of people have a top secret clearance, and because of this artificial intelligence, it's requiring that more people maintain a clearance. But this is the issue. My generation, we don't really fuck with computers like that. You know, like me, I want a jitterbug phone. I don't like all that shit. I'm a person, not a person computer. And what they were saying was that because there's so much AI, it's these 20-somethings that's now are going to have to be in charge of the people like us that are still in the workforce who are not AI trained. But they're coming out now trained. So somebody 25 will be somebody's boss who has been in the industry for years, maybe 20 years. That motherfucker that's 25 that's just got his computer IT associates, because this is all the fuck you really got to have for most of these jobs, it's going to be over you. Yeah, so they're like pushing us out. Everything is becoming AI. So anyway, that's that. That's going to be the new skill set. And then they talked about that pill, you know, the one, not the one we got to take to not have babies, but the other one. um, the Supreme Court had to step in to protect that medication. Can you call it medication? Um, had to step in to protect it because, down there in Florida, Mr. DeSantis, he signing them bills for them pills not to be around. So, that's crazy. So the Supreme Court is going to preserve, they're going to rule on it next week on what they're going to do with this medication. Okay, and then in Florida, they had like a freak, like flooding, some shit they ain't never seen before, and it was crazy. They had 26 inches of rain in like 7 hours. That's a lot of damn rain. And what you ain't dealing with in Florida, if you ain't dealing with the rain, the flooding in Florida, you deal with this damn heat wave because New York, all through New York, I guess down like the East Coast, the weather's been unusually warm. It has been here too where I live. And 103 million people suffering from this damn heat wave. Okay. And then in the news, El Chapo's sons, 4 of them, we got a lot of sons. 4 of his sons got arrested. They was making fentanyl. It's crazy. Which would make sense because now the new drug I told you guys about, I think in one of my other news recaps, is this zombie drug, and it's an animal tranquilizer mixed with fentanyl. And so I guess fentanyl is the thing now. So they was making a whole bunch of it, and they got picked up for it. And another reason why the brothers are in trouble because it's the cartel shit in Mexico. And they were saying how ruthless that they were, that the gang that El Chapo's sons had, that if you pissed them off, they would feed you live while you still alive to a lion. They was mad at your ass. Could you imagine a lion? I mean, people just walk into a cage and push your ass in there and close it and watch you. Man, that's some cool shit. Okay, and then another story that was interesting is, and I want y'all to, because this is not for the kids. My videos aren't. They're for entertainment and some information, some gossip, whatever. But listen, in LA, the Juvenile Detention Center, they had this gentleman speaking, and he was talking about a lawsuit that he has brought against LA Juvenile Detention Center, because he was raped a whole bunch of times. He would leave the center, the detention center, get out of some shit, get in trouble, had to come back, all kinds of stuff. But every time he was there, it was the same supervisor, and he said that the supervisor groomed him. So far, I mean, the place has been, I think this place been open for like 50 years, and the grievance was filed by quite a few people. So many gentlemen, because this was a juvenile detention center for boys, filed so much so that they think it's going to cost California in the billions to settle. Okay, so they have a representative talk to the news who works at the detention center. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Let me tell y'all this. The dude that gave the interview, this is years later. I don't know how many, but he in his 20s or something now. Even though you couldn't see his shadow, you could tell, but by his voice, I don't know, you could just tell that he ain't in the center no damn more. Because he stayed in there till he aged out, so he got to be like early 20s, 22. They had him in like black shadow talking. Child. You could hear in his voice the trembling, how scared he was. They bust his ass. Do you hear me? He was, and I'm talking about this probably at least 4 or 5 years ago for this gentleman. You could hear in his voice how he just felt so violated and hurt, and how he just had to keep coming back to that situation. I mean, I felt for him, and then after I felt for him, I was like, your ass should have been haved. Yeah, I'm saying kids, they don't never know how good they got it. Yeah, if you think your parents is this and that, or you had this and that, get that shit that he got. Behave yourself. You in a detention center. That means your ass was bad. Yeah. Yep. And when your ass is bad, bad things happen to you. I'm sorry that they did happen to you, but that shit is called consequences of behavior. It's almost like, let me give you something easy. You're married. You fucking cheat. Your marriage fall apart. Consequences. Cheating. Yeah, your ass is bad, don't listen to your parents, don't go to school, stealing, doing drugs, talking shit, being smart mouth. Yeah, go to the detention center and get your ass busted. Yeah, get passed around. Yeah, and I'll tell you, yeah, sometimes home is a bitch. But you should hear his voice. I bet you this. I bet you he wish his ass did go to school. I bet you he wish his ass didn't steal. I bet you he wish his ass didn't talk back to his parents. Yeah. So and if you was a good parent, or you was doing the best you could do as a parent, because sometimes our best is some bullshit, because sometimes our parents was bullshit. But I'm just tell you, talk to your kids, tell them motherfuckers stay away from drugs. I ain't even down with this go to school shit. You gotta learn. I don't give a fuck how you learn. Homeschool. That's why I say I don't go to school. What you go to school for? My grandkids, I think them motherfuckers home more than they go to school. And I teach them. So I'm just saying, do your house how you want to do your house. But for all you motherfuckers out here who want to be bad, tell this story to your If you got a problem with one of your kids or your grandkids, or your girlfriend's grandbaby, have this conversation with them. This dude wasn't listening, and he thought his situation was bad, and he made it worse for himself. This dude sounds like he wants to die. I'm sure he's in some type of mental health because he got a lawsuit, and they gonna win. But I'm saying they ain't had to go this far. They shouldn't have fucking detention centers for children. Yeah. So anyway, let me get off of that. And just because I didn't know. Oh, the Cash App dude. Found out about that. You know, he was stabbed. He was stabbed 3 times in the heart with a kitchen knife. That shit sound like something from, I ain't mean to laugh, but that shit sound like something from Clue, didn't it? Well, apparently, he got stabbed over this dude's sister. The sister, they got a hard name. They got a foreign name. To me, it's foreign. Kasara, I think that's her name. She married. But I believe the Cash App dude, whose name is Bobby Lee, he went to see her in her apartment or something, or some shit, but he was there for like an hour. Well, anyway, they see the 2 dudes in the BMW, nice car. You see the 2 dudes, Bobby Lee and her brother, standing up talking. The woman, I don't know what the fuck she is. I know what she is. She up there laying down because she got hit. An hour. They was up there a long time. Don't take that long to do that. Well, anyway, it's like 2:03. A BMW drove up to a dark area. And you see 2 men standing together, and one walks toward the other one real fast. You see him do something real fast 3 times. Do do do. That probably was a stabbing. And one of the stabs went directly into his heart. And I guess that's when you see him stumbling up back to the apartment door again. And I mean, that's some sad shit, but let's end it on a better note. Better note, if y'all traveling this summer, If you're traveling this summer, the most expensive time to fly is going to be the first week of July, and the most least expensive time is going to be the first week of August. Let's see. Oh, and I think it's tonight. Was it last night? No, I think it's tonight. The Phantom of the Opera, the New York play, is going to end. The play ran for 35 years. That's a long damn time. That's a long time. Let's see. It toured in 186 cities. It's written by Andrew Lloyd Webber, who also for the King Charles coronation that's coming up, he wrote not choreographed, that's when he danced. He wrote the song for the coronation. This Andrew dude. Let's see what else does it say. It said that over 20 million people saw it. It grossed over $1 billion. That's a lot of money. It made over 300 masks to wear for each play. Everything had a brand new mask. The Phantom wouldn't wear the same fucking mask every show. He had a new one. That they had made so many programs for it, and they call playbills, that it was enough playbills to cover 67,000 miles if you lay them down flat. And it costs anywhere, and this I didn't know this. This got me. It costs anywhere to produce the show every week, $950,000 to $1 million. That's a lot of freaking money for 35 years. That's a lot of money. And what else did they say? Of course, it was the most viewed play ever, opera ever. So that was that. But on a serious note, and if whoever don't know what the Phantom of the Opera is about, because I don't think I really care for opera. I've never seen it, but when I hear that, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But it's supposed to be about an opera house in Paris, and it's haunted by a phantom that scared people off. But one day when he in there, I think this woman, of course it's a woman, she's a performer, like the star of the show. She in there singing, and he hear her voice, and he falls in love with her. So it's a love story inside the opera house. Okay, with that, let me get out of here with my old news now. Have a good day. You know, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So I really do appreciate that. Like, dislike, don't like, comment. I don't know. Won't do it fuck. Just do whatever. Just view it. I don't care. Look at it. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Bye.